mid-range film, and it's just wonderful.
Righty, welcome to round 3. We are ready to go. Let's tell that our players that they are good to go, and we will get set up here in a moment. Alrighty, that's a keep for AromaNova. And then I will get SifuDanny's hand cam here up as well.
It says Jolters is already 2-0 for round 3.
Alrighty, working on getting SifuDanny's deck up on screen. AromaNova keeping a hand here. 2 power, Seek power, a martial efficiency. The Janitor Dovid. I don't know if you've been in chat, Aqua, but we call this man the Janitor. The Janitor David himself, in hand, being able to draw a card off of the top of your deck, is also a 4/4 for 2. And if he dies, he spits out a pair of 2/1s on the other side of the board. The trash, if you will. And we also got a Shock Troops and then an Argo Ironthorn. So a pretty sweet hand for AromaNova, and they have the power to deploy it after getting that Primal Sigil off of the Seek power. So I imagine we're going to see the Janitor come out on turn 2 here. We'll see what SifuDanny has to answer that.
Yeah, he'll definitely be coming out to clean it up. And Martial Efficiency is one of my favorite cards, so that's always really nice to see in your starting hand.
Absolutely. AromaNova also the number 5 player on our leaderboard right now, having a great season so far over the first 2. All right, Janitor David coming out. The Janitor's coming out, and he brought with him Auric Record Keeper, a 4/4 for 3. SifuDanny do have the hand cam. Let me turn that on for you all. No removal in hand, though. They do have a Maveloft Huntress. Get that hand cam going. Here we go. Okay, we've got power in hand, a Scrounger, a Rindra Infiltrator, and a Maveloft Huntress. And drawing a Grenahen off the top. Card of the day here. We've got the eggs and the bacon in hand. Let's see what Sifu. But SifuDanny's going to...
Just playing the Infiltrator.
The Infiltrator out first here.
Very interesting. Gets rid of the Martial Efficiency.
There you go. Martial Efficiency can definitely be a blowout for sure.
Here comes the Janitor with the broom.
There he goes. Okay, hitting in, and all of a sudden, SifuDanny's already at 13, dealing 8 that turn. We're going to see a Permafrost is going to stun that just Infiltrator. And then I assume
Stone Cold.
We can see either Hyphos, we can see a lot of things. We can see Hyphos Amplified, we can see Shock Troops and Hyphos, or we can just see the Auric Record Keeper. Here we go, we're going to see that. And we got that Argo Ironthorn in hand. If AromaNova can draw an undepleted power, that Argo is going to come down and slam the door real fast.
See what SifuDanny pulls out here. He needs something in response to this.
Go, here comes the big pig, Drowned Dark Scavenger first. Gonna go ahead and sack that unit. That's the one disadvantage of Permafrost there is the pig sacrifices units anyway. It makes an easy choice when one of your units is Permafrost. Here comes that Huntress, gonna imbue on the 2/2. But this is a little awkward. I wonder which one you're gonna take out. I assume you're just gonna take out the Dovid. The Entomb gonna be too good here. So gonna leave him with a pair of 4/4s, but I guess you can do what you gotta do because you're facing down lots of bodies, but here comes the trash thanks to that Janitor. We've got a pair of 2/1s, but they do come in stunned for SifuDanny.
Yeah, they're fresh recruits. They're not quite for sure what they're doing. They're still confused and new to the system.
Absolutely. Not a power in hand, but did draw Martial Efficiency, so that's pretty sweet here. And then going to be able to get a Shock Troops and a Hyphos in hand. I don't know what SifuDanny is going to be able to do to get out of this. I mean, they can Vicious Overgrowth something, but the problem is that it's 4/4. 4/4/4 is on the board.
Yeah,
4/4 is out.
This is just an unfortunate series of events for SifuDanny here. This might be the end of round 1 for him.
I'll have to check if AromaNova is playing any of the new cards in their Soldier build. I don't see any, but
let me double check for you.
Double check that. See if there's any new faces in there. Grenahen, going to be a 1/3 lifesteal. How's everybody in chat doing? Hope everybody, I know we got the throne open today as well, so I'm sure some of you have been playing in that, or maybe you're doing it later, but we appreciate everybody hanging out here as well. I know this is lots of Eternal to have a challenge on Friday, a challenge on Tuesday, and the throne open on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so tons of Eternal action. All right, here comes that Argo Ironthorn for AromaNova. That's going to stun everything. We're going to attack. It's going to put SifuDanny down to 1, so not quite lethal, but pretty close. It's going to be hard for SifuDanny to take out 3 units this turn. I don't think it's going to be possible. Fire off an exploit, but that's not going to change the damage that's already done here for AromaNova.
I do not believe any of these cards are from Stormbreak.
Nope, and that's going to be it for game 1. So AromaNova going to be able to take that one, game 1 over SifuDanny. While they're getting set for round 2, let me grab AromaNova's deck. Nothing, no new exciting bacon and eggs here in this one, but still some really solid cards. You shouldn't be that surprised to see some of the things here. You've got classic soldiers, you got classic good cards. That's what you're looking at here in this deck.
Customs Officer is really good though. He just puts any enemy unit that's out on the field back into the owner's hand, and he gets to go into the market.
Right, they are ready. So number 5, AromaNova, they're coming to win today, and they are ready for their game 2. So let's head down and see game 2 against SifuDanny. Make sure the players know that they are good to go, of course. Gonna toss back their first 7. This hand's a little light. This is a little awkward. You got essentially 5 power and then 2 1-drops. SifuDanny on the other side of things, looking at 3 power, a Vicious Overgrowth, and 3 4-drops. They are good to go as well. And SifuDanny is going to keep that base, essentially, 1 power away from having a really solid hand here. I'm really curious about AromaNova's hand. They're going to need some more action here. I don't think this pair of 1-drops is going to do it. Now, the Hifos, of course, has the Amplify, so you could say it's not really even a 1-drop. You can play that on 3 or 5 and have it be even better.
I'm looking at Carnage's deck right now. He could be a potential dark horse in this tournament. He's 1-1 right now in the tournament, but I think he could come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the way this works for everyone, just a reminder, is that we are playing 5 rounds of Swiss. So basically anyone that's 4-1 or better will get the 3 leaderboard points, and there may be some tiebreakers. We'll have to check exactly how that breaks out at the end of round 5. But if you're 4-1 or better, you're going to be in the hunt for top 8. If you have 2 losses, 3 or 2, you're out. Basically, you won't have a chance to make top 8. You can still play it out, of course, but the top 8 will consist of 5-0s and a couple 4-1s. So we will see how that plays out shortly. But we still got a couple more rounds of Swiss for that. Wisdom of the Elders here for SifuDanny. Going to try to draw a couple more cards. The good thing for SifuDanny in this place is that they're still at 24. They haven't really taken much damage. AromaNova hasn't done much, and they're able to start deploying these 4-drops out. So it's going to be pretty good for them here. Right.
I'm taking a look. Chat loves the janitor.
Yeah, Saris, I believe, was the one who came up with that name a couple tournaments ago, being the janitor and friends there with their deck on their win there. All right, AromaNova here, Customs Officer. Seems pretty good here. You got lots of options here. Instead, gonna Hifos and gonna amplify Hifos here. Gonna stun the enemy unit.
Deja vu.
Pay 1, yeah, and that's actually pretty smart. Pay 1, use the 1 left over to amplify the Darli here, or to activate the Darli and hit some damage in here. But here come the eggs, the 1/3 Grenahen, the chicken himself, drawing a spell, drawing a Maveloft Huntress here, and a 1/3 body.
It's gonna make a mess. Someone's gonna have to clean up.
Indeed. Huruval off the top. Hifos is going to attack, but this is what I was afraid of from a AromaNova side, is It's just a little bit too slow and just giving too much time for SifuDanny to stabilize here. Now going to have to customs office that Rindra away, but now SifuDanny's got the goods. They've got another Rindra, a Grand Builder, a Vicious Overgrowth, a Maveloft Huntress, and a Transpose. Lots of options here for Danny. And they're still at 18. Plenty of life to work with. Couple results from the back table. You've got Duocat taking it over Sunnyvale, Pyreese taking over Chicken Arise, Howdy Do taking it 2-0 over Canada, and Joltaires, as we mentioned, taking it over MLNTN. And HeyYU, last week's champion, HeyYU, taking it 2-0 over Carnage.
AromaNova just Argo Techniqued SifuDanny's spell.
Oh, love to see it. Love to see Argo's technique actually negate a spell. Doesn't come up often, but here you go. Taking that out. Now going to Huntress off the Hephost, make it a 3-3. There you go. Orc Record Keeper's a good draw. Let's see if AromaNova can put on enough pressure. Close this out before SifuDanny is able to stabilize. Big Pig the draw for SifuDanny. See what they can get with Transpose. So Transpose allows you to swap for a 4-cost card in your market, which will be a Wasteland Broker, a Forbidden Research, a Death Strike, and actually, you gotta love this too. Because Customs Officer put Rindra Infiltrator into the market, Rindra is also a 4-cost card, and so Transpose can actually go and grab another Rindra now. But not going to happen because that Customs Officer is actually going to die and get that Rindra here. But would have loved to see that interaction.
Yeah, that would have been wild. Grenadin is still getting his licks in.
That pesky chicken getting that damage in. Here comes a second Rindra for SifuDanny, but just going to see a Primal Sigil in hand. Knock that out for AromaNova. So I don't know. AromaNova out of gas here. Just basically a 3-3 Huntress on the board.
Yeah, it's never fun when you don't have any more options in your hand. You're pretty much just running off whatever the deck gives you. Crown Patroller 2-1 with Plunder, but there's no other cards to plunder right now, so you can either play it or you're gonna have to wait, and then you can plunder.
Yeah, I love that attack last turn by SifuDanny too. Attacking with a 2-3 into a 3-3 because of Rindra's +4/+4 if they played a spell. Being able to basically just attack in regardless. RomaNova now is going to be priced into blocking, but I love that chump attack last turn. It was great.
-2 with the Transpose and gets going to the market as well here.
Absolutely. Grabs a Wasteland Broker. And SifuDanny, you can tell when the player's excited because SifuDanny firing cards off left and right here now. You can smell blood in the water.
It's like a shark.
Don't know exactly what they put in the market. I'll have to check. SifuDanny's deck list here. We don't get to see the choice there, but we do get to see the process of elimination. Looks like they put Speaking Circle in.
Okay. Seems to be a very powerful card that a lot of decks are running.
Yeah, that seems like a good one. Oh my goodness. And what do you know? First one off the top. Thank you. Thank you, Wasteland Broker. Put the Speaking Circle right on top. Jeez. And AromaNova's had enough. That's going to tie it up at 1 game apiece. So, SifuDanny, well played there to tie that one up. Icelink said, SifuDanny, I love it.
Yeah, that Grenahan again was, I think, the real MVP in that.
Yeah, definitely getting match. Some value there for sure. I think that it was awkward for AromaNova there. I mean, that hand. You know, credit to SifuDanny for the win, of course. That hand was just awkward for AromaNova. Like, they really couldn't do anything. There wasn't enough beef to start the damage early. They were really slow out of the gates, so it was just tough all around. Alrighty, it looks like they're ready, so let's head back down for a crucial game 3 between these two players.
Let's do this. This looks good. I'm really excited. We got double Janitor here. Double Arc.
Sure our players know that they're good to go. Looks like they are. Yeah, double Janitor is a pretty strong start. Follow it up with an Argos Technique and a Hyphos. That's how you want to see things. Let's see what SifuDanny's working with on the other side. They've got 3 power. They've got the chicken. They've got Exploit and 2 copies of At Any Cost, and then drew a Huntress for turn. I gotta say, though, I know you can't see it on my screen, Aqua, but I gotta say, SifuDanny, you've got 2 different versions of At Any Cost, 2 different arts. What are you doing? You're killing me with those 2, 1 promo, 1 regular. Maybe that's just to spite your opponents so they get confused, but
Is SifuDanny's name Seafood?
I'm not sure, but I love it. SifuDanny is pretty good.
Chat right now. Say it's breakfast time.
I do like the bacon and eggs for breakfast for sure. Here comes Janitor Dovid the second. Gonna draw shock troops here, and that's about as good of a start as you can ask for. Back-to-back Dovids. If you're gonna miss your 3rd power, you might as well get 2 4/4s while you're at it. At any cost, just to do the 3 decay damage, just to knock the Dovid down to a 1/1. I mean, you do what you got to do, but that feels awkward.
That was desperate.
Seek power, pretty good draw here for AromaNova. It's going to allow them to hit their 3rd power, and they got lots to play here. Look, I love when you're stuck on power. It's nice when your hand is 1/1/1/1/1/1.
Oh, wax on, wax off here with the 2 janitors.
Absolutely dealing that damage, and here comes the second At Any Cost. This is also going to knock it down to 1/1, but Argos Technique's going to say no sir to that.
Ooh, this guy's working full time. Let's see if Shock Troops gets amped. That'll be cool.
Yep, here we go. Amplify thanks to the Hefos. That's going to deal a ton of damage. That's going to put SifuDanny down to 10. And this is facing down lethal. I'm not sure what SifuDanny has to answer so many units on the go wide here. All right, Granahead, I love you, chicken, but I don't know if you're going to be the answer to stop a wide board full of full of units here.
Chicken run.
Indeed. Also have the Huntress just to take care of it. Joel Tears, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you playing in today's tournament, and thank you for the follow. Silent and Sly as well. I know we thanked you in the chat, but just again, since we were on break at the time, thank you so much for the raid, and welcome everyone who's still here that came in from Silent and Sly's stream. We really appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for the raid, guys. Get hype in the chat.
Absolutely, get our heads up and our snowballs. I mentioned we'll mention it later, but got the new snowball emote for everyone. So if you're a sub, you can start flinging snowballs. Would have been better last week with the throne the throne challenges where we had a legion everywhere, but not quite as many snowballs in this expedition. But we'll get there. Hopefully, we'll see some snowballs this weekend on official coverage, and everyone can spam their snowballs whenever Wump and Mizo goes off at the throne open on Sunday. All right, SifuDanny chumping with the chicken. Chump chicken gonna go to 2, but again gonna have to answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threats at least next turn. That's gonna be tough to do. Aqua, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate that. Coming in to do coverage and sub at the same time.
And I was like, I gotta get me some snowballs.
Yeah, get your snowballs in there.
Oh, there it is.
Everyone in chat, go ahead and give Aqua a follow. Give him a thank you for being with us today. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being an awesome co-host today.
Thanks for having me. It's always fun. I was so excited as soon as I saw that this was available.
Absolutely. SifuDanny looking through their hand. I'm not sure. So the only thing they have here is they do have a Rindra, and the Rindra can get lethal, or I'm sorry, lifesteal. So SifuDanny is able to, at instant speed, is able to pump this up to a 6/7 lifesteal. Waveloft Huntress can attack. I just don't know if that's enough, though, is the problem. You can transpose. Huntress is still going to take it out. Gain 6 health, go to 8, but that's not going to be enough. AromaNova has more than 8 here.
Playing inevitability, maybe? Trying to grasp at anything you can to hold on. Going in the market. I hope it's something good. I hope it's like a kill all or something. That'd be amazing. I don't think they have that though. I don't think SifuDanny has that spell.
Yeah, and I think that's it. There's nothing else. SifuDanny is tapped out. Nothing they can do. And Here we
GG.
go. That's going to be lethal. GG. AromaNova, number 5 player on our leaderboard. Going to take that one 2-1 over a close match there.